Alright, so let's talk about a future that a lot of us in the tech space have been dreaming about for years. Imagine this. You've been casually mining a cryptocurrency on your phone for a while now. It didn't cost you anything but a daily tap. It didn't drain your battery and it just sort of accumulated. It felt more like a game or a social experiment. Then a serious financial asset. Now picture yourself walking into a showroom pointing at a brand new top-of-the-line Tesla Model S Plaid and paying for it entirely with that same digital currency you collected on your phone. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie anymore. As of today, September 12, 2025, this is our new reality. This whole idea bridges the gap between a niche internet hobby and one of the biggest purchases a person can make. For the longest time, the crypto conversation has been dominated by complex charts, high transaction fees, and a steep learning curve that kept most everyday people out. So, let's get to the headline that's shaking up both the tech and auto industries today. This morning on September 12, 2025, Tesla officially announced that it has integrated Pi network payments into its online checkout process. This isn't a rumor or a cryptic tweet from Elon Musk, it's a live, functioning payment option on their website. The announcement came via a joint press release from Tesla and the PiCoin team, stating a shared vision for a sustainable and accessible digital economy. This move makes Tesla the first major automaker in the world to accept a widely distributed mobile-first cryptocurrency as a direct form of payment for its vehicles. This isn't Tesla's first rodeo with crypto. You might remember back in 2021 when they briefly accepted Bitcoin. That experiment was short-lived, with the company citing major concerns over the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining, which consumes an enormous amount of energy. That's what makes this decision to adopt Pi so significant. Pi's consensus mechanism, the Stellar Consensus Protocol, is incredibly energy efficient and has a tiny carbon footprint compared to Bitcoin's proof-of-work system. This aligns perfectly with Tesla's core mission of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. It's a move that makes sense from both a technological and a philosophical perspective. The announcement detailed that the integration will be rolled out globally over the next few weeks, starting with North America and Europe. Alright, so a car company accepting a new form of payment might not sound world-changing at first, but the implications of this specific partnership are honestly just huge. First and foremost, it's about legitimacy. For years, Pi has been labeled by skeptics as a scam or worthless because it wasn't traded on public exchanges. Having a globally recognized multi-hundred-billion-dollar company like Tesla integrate Pi as a payment method instantly silences a majority of those critics. It signals to the market that Tesla's engineers and financial teams have vetted the technology, the security, the vision of the Pi network, and have deemed it robust enough for multi-thousand-dollar transactions. Second, this move creates a powerful economic loop. Tesla is not just accepting Pi, it's also signaling its belief in the long-term value of the Pi ecosystem. According to their press release, Tesla plans to hold the Pi it receives, rather than immediately converting it to fiat currency. This is a massive vote of confidence. By holding Pi on their balance sheet, they are essentially becoming a major stakeholder in the network's success. This could incentivize other large corporations to follow suit, creating a flywheel effect. Increased corporate adoption, increased utility, strengthens the currency's value and stability for everyone in the network. Section 6. How to buy a Tesla with your Pi coins, a step-by-step guide. So you've been mining Pi, you've passed the KYC verification, your coins have been migrated to your mainnet wallet. Now comes the fun part. How do you actually use them to buy that new Model 3? The process is straightforward and feels like any online purchase. Go to Tesla's official site and configure your vehicle. Choose your model, paint color, wheels, interior options. Proceed to the final payment screen. On the payment page, you'll see payment options. Credit card, deposit, bank financing. New option, pay with Pi button. Website shows the total price in your local currency. Right next to it, the equivalent amount in Pi. The conversion rate is locked for about 15 minutes. Stable pricing for reliability and security. After you confirm, the site generates a unique payment request, displayed as a QR code. Also displayed as a long string of characters, Tesla's Pi wallet address, a computer screen showing the Pi wallet interface with a QR code, and a payment request from Tesla Inc. Open your Pi wallet app on your smartphone. Use the app's QR scanner to scan the code on your computer screen. The app autofills Tesla's wallet address, and the exact Pi amount. Section 7. Beyond the Tesla showroom. Where else can Pi go? The Tesla partnership is a monumental first step, but it's really just the beginning of what a widely adopted, utility-focused cryptocurrency can do. If Pi is stable and easy enough to use for a $50,000 purchase, it's certainly practical enough for our everyday transactions. The real measure of success for any currency is its ability to be used for both big and small purchases. So, imagine stopping at your local coffee shop on the way to work and paying for your latte and croissant using the Pi app on your phone. The transaction would be nearly instant, and the merchant would avoid the 2.5% fee they normally pay to the credit card company. This utility can easily extend to the entire gig economy and freelance world. Think about platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, Uber, DoorDash. These services connect millions of people globally, but they all involve cross-border payments and service fees that cut into earnings. By integrating Pi, a driver in Nigeria could get paid by a passenger in New York instantly, with negligible fees, without having to worry about currency conversion rates or waiting days for a bank transfer to clear. Section 8, a reality check, hurdles on the road ahead. Now, as exciting as all of this is, we have to keep a level head. This is still very new technology. There are definitely challenges as Pi transitions into mainstream payments. The first and most obvious hurdle is scalability. The Pi network currently has tens of millions of users, but partnerships with Tesla and others could add hundreds of millions more. The blockchain's infrastructure must handle a massive increase in transaction volume without slowing or failing. The core team has done extensive testing, but a real-world global stress test is another beast. Another major consideration is regulation. Governments and financial authorities are still figuring out crypto. Pi's KYC-focused, compliant approach helps, but regulatory landscapes can change quickly. Questions: how Pi transactions are taxed, how consumer protection is handled, how anti-money laundering laws are applied. These need clear, consistent answers. Navigating international regulations will be a continuous challenge for Pi and big adopters. Security will be an ongoing battle. The Pi blockchain is secure, but individual users are the weakest link. Section 9. The future is decentralized and it's in your pocket. So, when you take a step back and look at the whole picture, the Tesla and Pi network partnership feels like more than just a headline. It feels like an inflection point. For years, the promise of cryptocurrency was abstract and complicated, accessible only to a select few. It lived on cryptic exchanges and in conversations filled with jargon. Today, that changes. Today, it lives in the pockets of millions of everyday people. It has the power to buy tangible, life-changing products. The theoretical becomes practical. What Pi Network has achieved is a testament to community and a user-focused vision. By prioritizing accessibility over complexity and fair distribution over a frantic gold rush, it built a foundation strong enough to attract one of the most innovative companies in the world. It demonstrates that a currency's value can be derived from a large, engaged community, rather than from the approval of traditional financial gatekeepers. It's a powerful statement that the future of finance can be more democratic, more accessible, and built from the ground up by the people who use it.